Ralphie, a 2-1 loss to Bromley on Monday, and what's the reaction to that been like in training today?
Yeah, listen, it was frustrating as a game. I thought we didn't do enough in the first half, and obviously couldn't get a goal in the second half to get back in the game. So yeah, it was a frustrating day. But yeah, obviously we've gone through it today and looking to put it right on Saturday.
And back in front of our fans on Saturday, how important is it to try and get back to winning ways there?
Yeah, definitely. I think on the whole, our performances have been good at home. Obviously, I think the fans have been a really big part of that as well. And yeah, we know what we can do. Obviously, get back to our game plan and do the right things, and we'll be fine.
You mentioned those performances at home. Last time out, we got a solid 2-0 lead and managed to see that out. Was that pleasing, given in those couple of games we lost, we were ahead and had leads turned over?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to get a clean sheet, and yeah, I thought we've started really well, apart from the Bromley game, in most games. So that's something we'll be looking to do again. And yeah, once we got the goals, keep the clean sheet, and yeah, stay solid.
It's been a bit busy start to the season with those six games in August. How are you feeling, sort of fitness-wise? Because you've obviously been heavily involved in all those games.
Yeah, no, I feel okay. Yeah, good. It's obviously, everyone knows we haven't got many players to rotate. The situation is what it is, but yeah, we're managing it as we can, and yeah, we're doing the right things this week to be ready for Saturday.
And what sort of difference does that make to your mentality with not too many players sort of on the bench or waiting to come into the team? Does that make a difference, sort of how you prepare, and with not having too much competition for places?
I think we try not to think about it too much, to be honest, as players. I mean, at the end of the day, there's 11 players out there against 11 of them. We try and simplify it as much as possible, not really think about too much of the outside stuff, but of course you understand that it takes a toll. But I think with the group we've got, it has brought us a lot closer together, and we're just trying to work on the positives of that and focus on that, really.
And then the opponents on Saturday, Kidderminster, not a team we've played too much in recent years. What sort of game are you expecting there?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll obviously do the analysis on them, and yeah, go. Obviously, we know we'll be at home. We know how we play and what we need to do. So won't focus too much. But it's yeah, a game that we want to get a result in.
Hi Nathan, I touched on the defeats there, and they've all been narrow margins. Does that give you some confidence that Southend have been in every single game so far this season?
In a way, I think obviously there's ones that we could have got something out of as well. I think we look at it at that side. And I know last year we lost a fair few games from 1 goal margins, and I think that's something we want to put right. And away from home, you at least maybe get a draw, get a point on the board, and then get back home. So yeah, I think that's something we want to work on as a team, and make sure that we're getting something out of games that we deserve something from.
And the aim now is in those tight games to try and get something, as you say, and put a run together, I suppose. Yeah,
a run's always nice. Obviously, it's nothing builds confidence in a group like wins, and when you get a few on the bounce, it's yeah, it's a good place to be. So that's the ideal. But we understand that things don't always go for you, especially in this league. I feel like a lot of teams struggle for consistency. But yeah, obviously that would be the ideal, and that's something we'll be looking to do.
And with the settled back line, you must be feeling quite confident on the left side of a back three alongside Ollie and Harry Taylor as well now.
Yeah, I think on the whole, obviously last season we was up there defensively with the stats in the league, and feel good again this year. I feel like obviously there's been a few mistakes to lead into goals, and they're going to happen. But as long as we stick to what we do, I think we'll be alright again this year.
There's been some interest from a teammate of yourself. Does that kind of show that Southend, they're only a few players away from being a good team? If you could bring people in, you're still up there with some of the best teams in this league.
Yeah, we know we're a good team. We know what we can do, like I said. So I feel like things like that can happen, but we're just everyone's focused on what we do and getting a win in the next game.
So you're the captain. Does that become extra significance when the clubs are struggling like it is, or is it just a similar role to when you've been captain in the past?
Obviously, the situation, it has its effect on everyone. But I think, like I said, we try and just simplify things, and we're footballers at the end of the day. We try not to look too much into that. I know it can be difficult at times, but I feel like that's the best way, and the staff have done the same. Just making sure we're focused on doing our jobs on the pitch and doing what we're good at.
And where do you get your mental resilience from? I mean, it's incredible you've had your relegations, your injuries and the off-field matters here at Southend. How do you sort of keep yourself going and to perform to such a high level when you've had so much thrown at you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I mean, you play football for a living. That's what I've always wanted to do. I feel like in the big picture, you're lucky to be doing that. So I try and see it from that point of view. But yeah, it's I also see the vision and where, especially this club is going, and definitely optimistic. So that's something to look forward to as well.